Reports that high-level trade talks have yet again stalled, sending markets on a wild ride already this morning. I want to get it over to Kayla Tausche, who has some details and maybe some news that's actually made the markets turn into this bit of a roller coaster. Kayla.
Well, it's hard to know, Andrew, because every hour it changes. Talks with Chinese principals led by Vice Premier Liu He will still take place today, despite what I'm told were difficult and tense conversations among lower-level negotiators this week. But it's the format of the talks, how long they will last, which is very important in Chinese diplomacy that's being most closely watched right now. The South China Morning Post last night reported that China will leave tonight, signaling displeasure and frustration to the U.S. White House negotiators were caught unaware of that news. A spokesman saying there was no change in the schedule, and a senior administration official telling me the U.S. still believed there was a big dinner planned Thursday and that the vice premier was going to be departing Friday evening. But an hour later, a principal from the U.S. said the situation was fluid and whether talks extend to Friday was still an open question, that maybe some in the Chinese delegation could leave, or that the round could indeed end early. But that was still an open question. Media reports today show a couple olive branches that the U.S. may offer to change that. One, greenlighting license for Huawei suppliers, and two, rolling out an already agreed currency deal. A senior administration official tells me the president still hasn't made up his mind how he will proceed. He's going to, based on how negotiations go today. But here's how he responded when asked about a deal publicly yesterday.
I told that to President Xi. I said, you know, this can't be like a 50-50 deal. Because a 50-50 deal, you're like up there, we're down here. So a 50-50 deal, it doesn't work, right? You got to have a little balance. This has to be a better deal from our standpoint. And I think they fully understand it.
As Chinese officials have said, any deal would need to put the two countries on equal footing. It would need to treat them equally. It would need to be a win-win situation. But clearly, Becky, what the president is describing is not that. We'll see how talks go behind closed doors. We'll bring you the latest as we have it.
Kayla, maybe the most important point for the markets right now is just what you said about the fluidity of the situation, things changing so quickly, which may be why we're now seeing the futures relatively flat compared to what we'd seen earlier in the trading session.
Yeah, things changing relatively quickly, and the Chinese officials not shy about using press outlets to telegraph exactly how they feel and exactly what they plan to do and how they could throw a wrench in these talks and how the markets could respond. That's a very clear message that they're trying to send to the White House and to the president. We'll see if it lands.